Ooh, I'm about to predict the future, guys. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you're having a great time out there. I hope you're all looking after yourselves. Today, I'm going to break down how I go about predicting the future in terms of releases, and we're going to break it down with a simple example, especially with the Jordan airships. And it's literally told to you, Nike and Jordan Brand always reach out and tell you guys or show you guys preempting what they're going to release, and we're going to talk about this in the actual review or the actual breakdown. But please do, before you do that, please do like, follow, subscribe, come and chat to me. Let's have a conversation. Let's break it down like we always do. And please do check out the Shoe Dog podcast with me and the bro 808 Kicks ATL. Make sure you go and follow the bro 808 Kicks _ ATL. And also please do check out the podcast where we talk about sneaker drama, sneaker news, sneaker bad behavior, because that's where we take everything into sneaker court of public opinion. And also please do the amazing things that you guys do constantly on a daily, weekly, monthly and yearly basis to hit your targets, to hit your goals, and to keep progressing through your life goals. And now I'm going to show you guys how you can go about predicting the future. And this is all based on strategic plans from Nike, because sometimes it's easy to read a script and sometimes it's not. But we're going to talk about that because they tell you a couple of years before of basically releasing these silhouettes and these actual sneakers that they are going to drop these actual silhouettes and sneakers, or what type of collaborations you're going to get, because we're going to break it down on this actual video. So guys, let's talk about this, because basically Nike and Jordan Brand always give you examples of what they're going to release, or examples or like subtle hints of what they're going to release. I believe the What the 4 or What the 5 was a plan to show you what you guys were going to get. And now the only thing missing from the What the 4s is a variation of the white cement 4s, which is rumored to release next year, which basically means that we'll cut out all the What the 4 releases, because the What the 4 release was based on all the OGs all accumulating into one sneaker. We had the Breads, we had the white cements, we had the military blues, and we had the actual fire is on that sneaker. They released that and they started dropping these OGs to let you guys know. And it was more like if some of these sneakers were reimagined, but basically giving you what you really wanted, but in a different form. And that's what the What the 4 sneaker was kind of based on. Like Jordan Brand were going to give you these sneakers, but they were going to give you them in a different format. We got the reimagined 4, Bread 4, which actually came out, which is absolutely dope. Anyway, the military blue 4 actually came out in OG shape, and the fire red 4 came out in OG shape. We're going to see what the white cement 4 does, because obviously it's going to be interesting with the new SB Cup for the Jordan 4s. And what the 5s, you know, the What the 5s is based on non-OG excellence, because basically it's got Raging Bulls, it's got Tokyo T23s. And this is why I said like a couple of years back or a year or two back that they might release that T Tokyo 23 basically next year on the anniversary, but I'm actually kind of moving that date to 2026, because that's when I believe they'll release that, because they're about a year behind, because all these Jordan 3s that we're seeing right this moment in time. And that was another prediction on the Shoe Dog podcast for me and the bro 808 Kicks. Basically we talked about how they were doing this secret push on the Jordan 3, and that was about a year and a half ago. And now we're seeing all of these collaborations, all of these beautiful Jordan 3s come out, and basically that is basically analyzing the strategy of how Nike and Jordan Brand do it. So I might actually delay that prediction to 2026, but I do believe they are cutting out like What the 4 sneakers or What the 5 sneakers instantly. And with the What the 5 sneakers, we actually have a couple of silhouettes that have actually come out, which is like the burgundies and the olives, which are actually excellent. And we've got the Raging Bulls that come out from that as well. We are going to see more of the Jordan 5s come out when it actually peaks and when they start pushing the Jordan 5, because that's the next wave, and the Cult Classic plan is the next wave in my personal opinion. But now we're going on some solid advice, we're going on some solid information, because we're going on the Jordan airship, because we know they did a box, a special box for the Jordan airship, and it was right here. As you can see, guys, this is the Jordan airship box. This is basically the boutiques collaboration Jordan airships box. That's what I'm going to call it. There's 7 different stamps on this, and you've got the Cincinnati stamp, the Tokyo stamp, you've got the Philippines stamp there, you've got the Beijing stamp there, you've got the Detroit stamp there, you've got the Paris stamp there. So there's 7 stamps on this, and basically if you've seen this box already, you know what this box is about. It's like a passport box with a, almost like you want to put a handle on it. It's like a suitcase for the sneakers to go in, because basically this is like a passport. It shows you all the cities that we are going to get collaborations from. We already seen Beijing, we got the So Goods from Beijing, which was this sneaker, and obviously this is basically another variation which actually came with this similar box, which basically tells you that this is part of this pack. And obviously, you know, this is 1 of 7 now. We've got a couple of other sneakers in that range because we also got the corporate Gotham, and this corporate Gotham basically came from Cincinnati. This is a Cincinnati sneaker because corporate Gotham is situated in Cincinnati, and basically the sign or the actual stamp is there, right there, guys, the Cincinnati stamp. So that's 2. We also got another variation. The Forget Me Not is a collaboration from Tokyo, which is another stamp right over here, which we already got 3 of those sneakers that have come out. I didn't get the Forget Me Nots because basically it was quite similar to the Tech Grays. I left that out the pack because I'm not a pack hunter. I'm basically getting sneakers I like, and the corporate Gothams and the So Goods is such a dope variation of the actual Jordan Airship. And now we also got another one, which is why it triggered my actual strategic mind to come into play, because basically we got the OPM Jordan Airship, which is basically that purple Concord variation, all white with a Concord variation, as you can see, guys, there. That basically is going to be coming out soon, or it's released in a couple of areas in the US. We haven't seen it in the UK at this moment in time, but it's definitely going to come out, and that is another variation, which is be the 4th variation of the actual corporate or that boutiques collaboration with the Jordan Airships. Now we got 3 more to go. We got 3 more Jordan Airships to go, and this is what I feel is going to happen with them. So the last 3 we've got in that collaboration is basically the Philippines, South Africa and Detroit, and I do feel we're going to get a collaboration which we've seen with other boutiques which are already with the Jordan brand. I think the Philippines will be Titan 22. This is basically a collaboration that they've done already with the Jordan 2, and all of these other 2 I'm going to mention have also done collaborations with the Jordan 2. We've also got South Africa, which is going to be Self Life. I do believe they're going to do a variation with Self Life because that is another collaboration they've done with Jordan brand and Nike, which basically means they've got that option open with that boutique. And last but not least is Detroit, because Nike and Jordan brand did a collaboration with 218, which is another boutique in Detroit, and they actually came up with a Jordan 2, which I'm going to put up pictures. I'll put up pictures of these Jordan 2s, that collaboration that they've done with actual Jordan brand, or I'm talking about Detroit or Titan 22, Self Life and 218. Basically they've done collaborations with Jordan brand already, so it opens up new options for them to do more collaborations going forward with the boutique. And these boutiques, I do believe, are the ones that are going to do those collaborations going forwards with the Jordan Airship, because that option is already open to them to actually do that collaboration. That brings back full circle, because basically it means every one of those actual time or those stamps on the boxes actually is complete by a boutique, because that's a boutique collaboration from the Jordan Airship. Now what Jordan brand do from then is going to be quite interesting, because they can either do like Awake, because basically Awake is a separate collaboration with a different boutique, which is basically in Brooklyn, because they've got another Awake coming, or they can go and do a collaboration with a famous artist, one of them i.e. being either Travis Scott or J Balvin, or one of the two, because it just makes sense for them to actually hop off that boutique range and go into a different collaboration lane, which is basically going to be with a popular artist. And that's what I believe they're going to do with it. If it's going to be Travis Scott, it's going to go crazy, obviously, you know, because they will limit it to make sure it reaches the right audience in terms of the hype, because we know the Jordan Airship doesn't have as much hype, and most of these sneakers that we talked about within the Jordan Airship range are going for under retail and massively going under retail. So the only way they're going to bring that hype back is basically do a collaboration with a famous artist, either J Balvin or even Nina Chanel, or even a woman's exclusive release, or even Travis. It could be one of the bigger artists or one of the bigger collaborations to go onto the Jordan Airship to give it that more notoriety that I believe it deserves, because the Jordan Airship is a magnificent silhouette in my personal opinion, but it's going to take one of those collaborations to kind of raise that hype behind the Jordan Airship. Whether it does, that's going to be a different question, but it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with the Jordan Airship after they finish the whole boutique run with this actual airship. Either they retire it or actually do a collaboration with a well-known artist to give it that hype that they need it to give, to actually bring that hype back or the audience into the Jordan Airship. Because we saw with the Jordan Breads that they released, the airship that they released with a prototype out, so that wasn't that great in my personal opinion. The New Beginnings pack was basically the start of the actual whole run with that, with the actual band airship. It kind of brought attention to the Jordan Airship, and they've been producing more and more GRs and silhouettes and boutique collaborations which aren't doing well, but It only takes one big collaboration to bring that attention to the Jordan Airship and maybe kind of leave that Jordan 1 to where it needs to be sitting and just bring that attention to the Jordan Airship. It only takes somebody like a Travis or actual J Balvin to kind of bring that notoriety onto that sneaker. But imagine if you had a reverse swoosh on this, like just on a Jordan Airship, reverse swoosh, or even all those fragrant colorways that Balvin puts on this, the gradient vibe on this. It would look dope. Personally, it would look dope. But let's see what happens, because the OPM Airship, Jordan Airship, is actually going to be releasing soon. So that's going to be quite interesting. I do like that. I do enjoy that, because it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens with that OPM Jordan Airship, because it's going to be interesting to see how they finish off this pack. I know they keep bringing beautiful colorways to this, because obviously with the corporate garment, it's all good. You've got different variations of colors on it. Obviously, even with the Awake Airships, you've got different colorways and different materials with that, which is absolutely beautiful in my personal opinion. But let's just see what to do with the actual other 3 variations they've got from South Africa, the Philippines and Detroit, because it's going to be quite interesting to see what Titan, Self-Life and actual 218 do with their actual airships if they get that collaboration. I might be totally wrong, guys. I might be totally off the point, but we've got 3 more boutique collaborations coming in terms of the special box that we've seen. So that was my take, that was my thought. Always strategize, always look forward, always look through the lines, between the lines, and actually start making assumptions that are educatedly based on semi-facts, because that's what it's all about, guys. Because it's all about grabbing the information, knowing what you're actually putting together, and putting like a little thesis of assumptions together to theorize what might happen. And majority of the time you're going to be right, 100%, because basically strategy is a business that Nike and Jordan Brand always adapt, and it's always going to be interesting to see if your predictions are always going to come true. So let me know your predictions, let me know your thoughts, let me know what you think will happen with the Jordan Brand and Nike brand going forward, especially with the Jordan Airship, especially with the Jordan 1, especially with the Jordan 3, especially with the Jordan 4 going forwards, because that hype is starting to die, and especially with what the next hype is. Let me know your thoughts, let me know your comments, and let's have a discussion, guys. But before me, TJ, I Love Kit Customs, like I say at the end of the review, at the end of the videos, thank you for tuning in, thank you for always coming back, and thank you for always showing love and support, guys. For me, TJ, I Love Kit Customs, hope you have an amazing week, amazing month, and an amazing year, and I hope you guys cop the sneakers you like, because you all deserve to get the sneakers you want. From me, TJ, I Love Kit Customs. Peace out for now, guys, and peace.